Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time here, then welcome. I'm Veronica Ramos and I do videos about real estate in my life. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified when I upload a new video. Today I want to do a real estate Q&A. I just want to answer questions that I get asked. I asked on my Instagram, and also just I wrote some down that I constantly get asked or that I've seen a couple times so that I can answer them for you. I am a realtor here in Washington State, specifically in Tri-Cities, but I'm able to help you anywhere in Washington State. I have people, or even if you're looking for an agent anywhere else, like any other place in the country, I can connect you with one. I'll link my email down below. Whether you're wanting to buy, build, or sell, I can help you with that. So yeah, let's get started. Question number one is, how do you balance your personal life with the demands of being a realtor, especially during busy seasons? So how I balance life, I don't. I feel like with time, I have built obviously a little team where I don't want to be showing homes at 7 p.m., 8 p.m., plus I feel like nobody does, but if I do, I have my husband that helps me, so he'll go show the home for me. Or I just feel like you have to know that this is how this career is. There's so much free time in the other months that when we get busy, or when I get busy, my kids just know, my husband, my people in my family know, and I just work through it. I definitely use my schedule very much. Every single Sunday I write down my schedule, whether I'm busy or not, and so that just keeps like a balance in real estate, just having a calendar, and also having someone else helping me, like my husband or my team member. I think just knowing that this is how it is in real estate, you're gonna have busy times some months, and there's gonna be other months where you're able to be with your family a lot more because you're not as busy. So I just learned to embrace the busy season. I just balance it. Like when the time comes, I balance it all. I very much use my schedule. Every single Sunday I plan out my week, and I always write down the important things first. I plan out the things in advance, and when somebody wants to schedule a showing and I already had something in my calendar, like with my family, or an event like a party with a family member, I just let them know that time doesn't work for me. Is there a different time? And I think as realtors, we get scared of saying no to our clients, or just wanting to be available 24/7. And yes, I really think that's really important, but also with balance. Like if that time doesn't work, I promise you, your clients are not gonna get mad. And if they do and don't respect that, unless you know that they absolutely only can do that time, then you can make exceptions. But if you already had something planned out, it's okay to say, that time doesn't work, that day doesn't work. Is there another day that works for you, or can you do a little bit later, things like that, or earlier? So definitely I embrace the busy season. My family has to adopt, like that's just my career. And also I tell my clients when it doesn't work, so yeah, that's how I do that. The next question is, what is one thing you wish you knew when you first started your real estate career? I think a lot of people think that it's like, oh, I'm gonna set my own schedule, I'm gonna do however, I'm only gonna work like whenever I want. Yes, if you want to have like only minimum sales, if you want a lasting, long, good, rewarding career, you have to put in the work. And when I got into real estate, I thought it was all like fun and games, but if you don't put in effort, you do not get results. And sometimes that can be a lot, and I feel like you almost have to be okay with knowing, like, if you're gonna join this career or be in this career, you kind of have to be okay with doing that. And if you don't put in the effort, you don't get results. So what kind of sucks is that you are not 8 to 5 and then you forget about work. No, like, from 8 to 5 you're working, and then when you're relaxing you almost want to keep working, because it's like the results that you get, I mean, the work that you put in is what you get back. So you're like, it's not like you can just leave, like, forget about work, you know. It's like a constant, like, let me do this so I can get more clients, and, you know, and it could be a lot. And I didn't know that when I first got into real estate. I feel like because I started so young and that's all I've ever known, I'm okay with it, you know, and like I've adapted to it. But also at the same time, I feel like I am the type of person, I could not have a boss. Like, I cannot get bossed around. I cannot have like a set schedule of like, you can't call in because you're sick. Like, I don't need to call in. I'm sick. I'm just not going. Like, I am not the type of person that can be like bossed around or asking permission to go take a day off, or I'm not feeling good. Like, I feel like my mood swings depend on the day, and so like sometimes I'll just need like a random day off. And just the fact that I think a lot of jobs do obviously allow it, but like the fact that I have control over that and I don't have to feel weird asking, you know, to take a day off. Anyways, I don't even know if that's even relatable to the question, how did I even get here? But yes, that is the answer to your question. What is something that I learned? I guess to the point is that I didn't know that it was going to be like a constant grind, and that's how, honestly, the only way to explain it. Okay, the next question is, what are some common mistakes you see other agents making and how do you avoid them? I'm not the type of person to like be paying attention to a lot of other agents, you know, like obviously like I have my friends, but I'm not going to be there sitting judging them. But what I could say is, one thing for me, as if I was a consumer, if I was a, you know, person, like if I wasn't into real estate, I would follow a real estate page, but like I don't feel like I would engage so much if like I can't see the person on the other side. Like, if I can't see who the person is behind the cameras, like I need to know who you are a little bit. And I feel like a lot of the times agents make an Instagram and all they post about, or a social media, is about homes, and that's it. And I understand a lot of people don't like to put like their personal, you know, they like their privacy and like to keep business with business, but I really feel like just a little bit of your personal life in the social media, so that it's not just all real estate and people can really relate to you. That's something that I learned early in my career, to, you know, show my life a little bit so that they know who they're working with. I feel like a lot of the times I have showed up to a house and they're like, oh, we already know that we're going with you. Like, we're not really interviewing you. We know we're going with you. And it creates trust. And so I always constantly have to remind myself to post a little bit of my life on social media, on my Instagram, so that people can, you know, relate and just know that you're a human and you're like not just like a robot posting on Instagram. And, you know, I think but yeah, I think that's one mistake I see agents posting, like just very professional Instagram. Like, it almost looks like they're not the ones that posted it, like they're just on auto. That's the only thing I think is a mistake I see agents making. And it might not be a mistake for them, it might be intentional. I'm just saying that's something that I try to avoid. The next question is, how do you stay motivated and avoid burnout, especially with a fluctuating market? That's such a good question. I really think real estate is like a roller coaster of emotions, of different trends. Like from one day to the other, the interest rate can change and the market can change. But I think for me, what it is again, I stick to a schedule and I do the things that I need to do no matter what. And I know that if I'm doing that thing that's really important, like the phone calls or the marketing, I know that I'm doing everything in my power. And, that's it. Like I'm trying, like I feel like if you're complaining or if I feel like I've really built a business where it can really power through any market. And I think the only way to do that is with being consistent with your routine on, keep talking to people and keep talking to people so that you don't have that roller coaster of, you have a lot of clients and then you don't. I think for me, just really protecting my time period of where I need to be talking to people and prospecting, like my phone calls, I make them from 9 to 12 and nothing will break that and if it does, like I'll remake it at a different time. And I really think that has helped. Knowing that you're doing what you have to do and that's all you can do, it's out of your control. And also prioritizing, a day off. A lot of the times, at least for me, I can work 7 days a week and then I just get sick, because I've been working and I burn myself out. So I really made it like an intention to have Sunday off. Say no to showings on Sunday unless it's something that I really, really want, or just prioritizing rest. Even if it's not the whole day, I just make sure that I do things that I love and prioritize that so that I don't burn out. Question from an agent is, what's your strategy for building long-term relationships with clients beyond the sell? So for me, I think it's the approach. So when I get a new client, I really feel like I only work with clients that really match like who I am. And I almost feel like they naturally will leave if we are not a good fit. So when I approach a client, yes, I'm professional, but also I'm real. I'm a person. Like I'm not going to be a robot just like showing up like very, very professional. No, like I want to get to know them. I want to know who they are and, become their friend, and also making them feel special because they are special. But I really do feel like when I've heard a quote that says people don't remember what you did for them, but they do remember how you made them feel, or something like that. I don't know if that's exactly how it goes, but like doing little touches throughout the transaction, like after inspection I send them moving boxes and congratulate them. I get to know their kids. I also, when it comes to signing, I take them little cakes, like abundant cakes, and at closing we make like a celebration or give them a basket. And then I also create quarterly goals for my past clients, because my past clients are a huge part of my business. They send me a lot of referrals and I let them know that a lot of my business comes from referrals. So every quarter I make, what I'm gonna do for them that quarter, whether it's a pop by, an event, all sorts of things. I plan them every 3 months so that I can plan ahead and prepare everything. But yeah, and also I implement my clients on my phone calls. Like I want to stay in touch. Sadly I can't be like too much in touch, but at the same time it's like I don't want to be annoying. Like, girl, we get it, like you sold us a house, también no te pases. But I do like add them to my phone calls to call them and just see how they're doing. Whenever I see that they get married, they're pregnant, any type of event, like I'll send them a little gift. I follow them on social media and just, engage with them and things like that, so that they feel, because they're my client. Next question is, how do you approach follow-up with leads without coming off as too salesy or too aggressive? This is such a great question. I feel like when I call like my old leads or some leads that I have, I will definitely come as a resource or as a value. That's the word, value. I approach it on like, what value can I give you? Like when I call them, I think about, okay, what's going on in the market? Like what did the rates go down? Can I let them know that the rates went down? Like I try to find what type of value can I give them to have an excuse to call them, so that it's not like, oh, I'm checking in, no, it's to give value. So that's how I approach it. Just think about like, what can you do for them so that they feel like it's worth the call. Next question is, what's the best piece of advice you've ever received about working in real estate? The best piece of advice that I ever received in real estate, where my mind was blown, and I really wish everybody knew this. As soon as you start making a normal, good amount of money, it's so important to have someone else handle some stuff so that you can get your time back. And when you can get your time back, you will double, triple your income. You do not need to be the one that goes and puts flyers on your box if you want to grow your real estate business. If you're just starting out, definitely. But what I'm saying is, when you reach, let's say 6 figures, it's going to probably cost you such a small amount of money for the amount that you make to take the flyers 30 minutes to one place, 30 minutes back. The whole hour you could have been talking to like 5 people on the phone. So, and your time is worth way more than that little thing that someone can do for you. So just really having, I forgot the word for it, but just paying people to do things for you so that you can get time back, so that then you can make more phone calls or do more marketing that will make you more business. So I think that was life-changing for me. I was able to grow my business like crazy when I, found that out. And when my coach told me that, and like Tom Ferry and all that. So that's what has helped me. And that's the best piece of advice I ever received. And I feel like anybody that is trying to grow their business, stop doing those little things that take forever for you to do. There's no reason for you to do it. You should be doing the thing that gets you more clients more. That is it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. I hope I was able to answer a lot of your questions, or that this was helpful. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week.